This one. Okay. So this is a minute.
Alrighty.
I'll show up on here until it actually goes.
This is a dramatic race.
Push it.
All the energy in it.
All right, here we go.
There we go. All right, welcome to a live edition of the Growler. How are we doing out here tonight? How about a big USA as we get a fun racing? USA, 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 USA. Nothing gets people going like the USA chant. Great to have you guys here. I know you guys are chanting USA right now. I'm sure you'll be chanting Who Day later tonight. The Bengals and the Bucs kick off the preseason over there at Paycor Stadium. And we are kicking off our live show season here. I'm Paul Daynard Jr. Jay Morrison, let's hear it for Jay Morrison, Pro Football Network. And let's hear it for Mark Shalaboo of Who Day Like fame. We have so much stuff for you guys. Like, I can't really stress enough how lucky you are. We have so many things to give away, so many deals that are going on right now. We have $3 Cincy Lights up there at the bar, so make sure you're drinking. There's $6 Queen City nacho trays.
How are the nacho trays? Are the nacho trays good? Oh, they're pretty good. The reviews are in. They are strong. So highly recommend those Queen City nacho trays.
Queen City nacho trays. We have a giant cooler of graters here that's going to be going around. We'll be giving that to you. So if you want graters, if you like delicious graters, we have
Stand by. We'll be bringing it out in just a minute.
We got free graters. We're going to be bringing it around out here for you. We are going to be giving away. We have $25 gift card to Nation. We have 3 of those. We have $25 online bonus bets. We got 3 of those. We've got a ton of online bonus bets. We're giving a bunch of stuff away because we got a little game.
We've got a grand prize giveaway. That's the most important thing we don't want to gloss over.
No.
For our grand prize giveaway, we are going to ask something of you. So we will have a game set up down here if you want to explain the rules.
Basically, I don't know if the people here have ever played cornhole at a tailgate. It seems fitting to this kind of a pre-game tailgate party that we have a little bit of a cornhole action. But it's not your normal cornhole. It's technically a half board. It's an airmail board. You have to dunk it straight in. So you can come down here and throw it. And if you make it, you will be getting some serious prize. We have the good prize side, and we have the missed prize side with little less, not quite as good prize pack over here, but we can still got hats.
These are great. These are some of the best prizes you can walk away with.
We've got the $10 online bonus bets. You make them, you will be in for the grand prize, which is all of this stuff basically we've been mentioned. We also want to hear, we have a special guest here tonight. Let's hear it from former Bengals cornerback Dre Kirkpatrick. Dre is in the house. We've got a mini helmet that we'll have. Dre will get to put his signature on here for you. All of this part of our grand prize giveaway. So you came to the right place.
And if you want to take a shot at this, right? So to further explain this, I'll be walking around here at the show. So if you want to take a shot at it, just flag me down, and then every 5 minutes or so, we'll bring 3 or 4 of you down here to take a toss. Even if you miss, you'll still get something from this prize table. And if you're here with a parent, if you're a child, you can send your parents to go throw in your name, and they can bring back the prize for you. Hopefully, they save it so they can at least get a lot of stuff in that grand prize.
Absolutely. And Jay, You brought really a special gift.
I have two special gifts.
What's your two special gifts?
Because this is Tyler's Touchdown Crunch, Tyler Eichert's cereal when he was here. I had one, and it's never been opened. I don't know what it's worth. Might be a collector's item, might not be. The one that I think might be a good collector's item down there, I have the official press box flip card from Joe Burrow's 525-yard record-breaking game against the Ravens. Might just be a nice little thing to have right now, but if you ever get a chance to get Joe sign it, it might be a one-of-a-kind item. It might be worth something. So it's down there. It is something else that will be part of the grand prize package that we give away at the end of the show.
So many giveaways.
So many.
It's honestly, I can't keep track. There's a pretty good chance if you walk near one of us, we'll just give you something. I think that's kind of how this will end up. But let's start by talking a little bit about tonight's game. Before we get to Dre, let's talk about what to expect tonight, Jay. I mean, Joe Burrow is going to play. I can't say, that's the first time we've been able to say it since those three fateful plays coming off the ACL and Jamar Chase's rookie year, drop preseason. It just exacerbated that. What do you think? Everybody wants to know how long he's going to play. I feel like it's one drive, and that's it almost regardless of what happens. But how do you view the Burrow usage tonight?
I think it's going to be double-digit snaps. So maybe it's two drives. If they go 3 and out, I don't think they're going to pull him after that. I think they would put him out for another series. If the first series goes 5-6 plays, they move it, they don't score. That could be the end. But I don't think it's going to be just a cursory appearance like that one game you're talking about against Miami. It was 3 snaps, 2 handoffs, and a screen pass. I think they trust this offensive line. They trust Joe Burrow's judgment that he's not going to put himself in danger. And I think you're not going to see them open up the offense. It's just more of a matter of shaking off the rest, getting these guys the snaps. And I think they could climb up in the 9, 10, 11 snaps.
Yeah. I just think it's whatever that drive is. And I guess the only question would be is if it's 3 and out, maybe it changes. But for me, I think it's just going to be the one drive. Let's talk about a couple players. Look, Burrow is going to be – that's fine. He's playing. Good for him. I don't think that's going to end up being the story. I think the story from this game is going to be some of the off-the-radar guys that start to make a name for themselves. So let's talk for a second about who's your maybe not off-the-radar guy, but guy you're most excited to see, maybe one a little more mainstream and one that maybe can make a name for himself tonight.
So the one that's a little more mainstream, it's a major deja vu moment. When they drafted Joseph Osai, his first preseason game was against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. He sacked Tom Brady in that game, and then he suffered a season-ending injury right after that. He has looked great this year in camp, and I'm really he's not a starter. He might be a starter tonight if you're not going to see Sam Hubbard. You may not see Trey Hendrickson, although Trey's been back in practice the last couple of days. I don't know how much Joseph Osai is going to play, but I'm really looking forward to see what he can do. And it's important to note the Bengals are playing the starters tonight. Tampa Bay is not. So these guys are going to be rushing against backup offensive linemen, and I think you can see Osai make another impact like he did in that first game that he played as a rookie.
Yeah, and you use the word rookie there, and that's where my head usually goes in these games. The first time you get to see them, and specifically the first time you really get to see these interior guys play. And that's why my eyes will be on Chris Jenkins for a lot of the game tonight. You just can only judge so much by what's happening in practice and in camp and trying to stop the run. Like, you hand the ball up the middle, Jenkins is there, but you had to tag him. So did you make the play? Did you not? What even happened in there? You can get such a better view for a guy who's going to be an important player for them this season in the game. So Chris Jenkins will probably be one of my, front of the mind players. About back of the mind player for you, Jack.
Well, he's been kind of the star of camp. The 7th round safety from Ole Miss, Dejon Anthony, has 3 picks in camp. He had the first pick against Joe Burrow in training camp. It was on 7-on-7, but it was Burrow's first interception. He's just made all kinds of plays. He has this incredible story where nobody was looking at him coming out of high school. He goes to a tiny little school called Sheridan. Then he walks on at Liberty, transfers to Ole Miss, ends up starting in the SEC. Now he's a 7th round pick, and he's making plays again here at camp. He's just a guy that you can never count out all kinds of energy, all kinds of playmaking ability, and he may lead the team in defensive snaps. I think you're going to see a lot of them because you're not going to see a lot of Von Bell. You're not going to see a lot of Geno Stone. Tyson Anderson told me he's not going to play tonight. So that only leaves 3 other safeties to play the entire game.
Yeah. It's always fun to talk about receivers.
Yes.
And they can always lead the team in receiving in the preseason and then be promptly cut. It happens all the time, but I think you're going to see plenty of opportunity. The guy that I like, we mentioned this on Who They Like on Friday. Kendrick Pryor has had a really nice camp. He's a guy who had a nice camp before, got plucked by Jacksonville, came back here now. I just think that he can be a real player. I mean, he could play his way onto the back of this roster if things would fall right for him. Burrow has seemed to have trust in him. They've worked together some here. He's caught a couple of touchdown passes from him and some 11-on-11. I'm curious to see if Kendrick Pryor can keep it cooking. I think he can easily have a big night for the Bengals.
He's had a good connection with Jake Browning in practice, too, and that's who's going to be throwing to it most of the night. So I'm with you. I think he is in for a big night.
All right, so that's a little bit of a quick look at what we see tonight. We're going to talk more about some bets. We've got betting lines that are happening out here. Of course, we are at BetMGM Sportsbook Nation Kitchen and Bar down here at the bank, so it's easy to get your bets in if you want to, and we got plenty things that we can give away to you in the process.
It is also important to remember, as part of our grand prize, you will get a $25 futures bet that you have to place today. We're going to put you on the record. You could take the Bengals to win tonight. You can pick the Bengals to win the division. Or you can pick the Bengals to win the Super Bowl if you're not a coward. So we'll put you on the line later for that. I think it's time for me to do a little stroll. Right?
You do a little stroll, and we will bring our great friend Dre Kirkpatrick up. Dre, come on up here. Let's hear it for Dre Kirkpatrick. Dre's going to come up here and join us here.
Well, Dre's coming up here. One of our partners is Graders. So if any of our ground pals who are Graders worthy want some Graders, throw a hand in the air. I'll work my way through.
That is a lot of hands in the air. Just give the visual for anybody that can't see what I'm looking at in front of me. A lot of hands went up on that one. Dre, what's up, buddy? Good to see you here. Let's hear it for Dre Kirkpatrick, everybody, one more time. A quick rundown. A lot of people became Bengals fans when Joe Burrow showed up, so they need to be put on notice about your career here. 102 games for the Bengals over 8 seasons. Famously picked off Peyton Manning 2 times and sent the team to the playoffs on Monday Night Football in 2014. And most importantly, he's opening a new nightclub downtown called Memories right down the street. Yeah, it's going to be fun. Dre, what is it like to be back in the Bengals zone? I mean, you never left. Why you stayed here? What was your reason behind staying a Cincinnati guy?
I got drafted here. First city I really grew up in, other than being at home in Gaston. So I just kind of made it home. At the end of the day, I got my family here, my kids, they from here. So it was just pretty much set in stone that I just needed to stay. I seen the opportunity, I seen the growth in the city.
You mentioned your kids. You have one that's going to the University of Alabama, following in your footsteps. What's that going to be like? And a little sad that he's not going to get to play for Nick.
No, I'm not sad. At the end of the day, Coach did what he had to do. He had a great career. Coach helped us get to the point where my son is now in the door. And he's making noise down there, man. He's balling. He's having interceptions, sending out these crazy videos. I'm just happy for him, man.
I'd like to thank you for making us all feel very old when we saw that your son was going to Alabama. I know that was a response a lot of us had, but he deserves it, man, because he balled out down there and he's doing it now. So, is he going to play this year? Or do you have any idea? What do you think? How do you like it?
At the end of the day, he started with the 4s. Now he's with the 2s, and now coaches, at the end of the day, he's put him on notice. So he's behind Malachi, which is a 5-year starter, who's tremendous. He's great at the University of Alabama. He's getting a lot of things for the university. So we just going out there to compete. If he get the job, he get the job. But like I tell my son, right now it's just all about learning, and he got a cheat code at home because I know pretty much everything.
How many national championships did you win at Alabama? Just remind me.
I won 2.
2 national championships at Alabama. That's all right.
We're here. There's a preseason game tonight. Just curious, your time with the Bengals, How did you get up for preseason games? I know it's totally different from a regular season game, but was it something you enjoyed getting snaps in? And do you have a favorite preseason memory?
Never really got excited for preseason. The money wasn't good enough. No, for real though. What you put your body through, man. At the end of the day, they trying to add more games to the season and this preseason. You need that to prepare. Get your mind right, get your body right, get used to contact. But nobody's never really excited for the first one. It's mostly all about the second and the third one, where we pretty much get going because we know we're gonna play with it.
Even as a rookie.
I mean, as a rookie, yeah, I think it's a start.
Here's what I remember. I remember your rookie year during the off-season program, maybe after you got drafted. You standing there being like, I'm going to start, I'm going to be the man. And it was just like you had that confidence, but you had to come in and get humbled a little bit in order to come back up on the other side of it. How do you talk to rookies now about, what you went through in your experience of having to kind of ride the roller coaster to eventually come out on the top?
At the end of the day, just stay poised. Stay true to who you is. Stay consistent. Don't lose the hunger. Continue to have the hunger. I always had a fire. I always desire to be greater than what you really are. But at the end of the day, just go with patience. Be poised. When your time is time. When your time comes, be able to rise to the occasion. You talked about the Denver game. I got through into that game. And before that game, I told my mom I was going to have 2 interceptions. I wasn't even starting. So at the end of the day, it's just all about being ready and being able to capture your moment. And I was able to do that.
So you mentioned that game, the Denver game, you picked off Peyton Manning twice. I looked it up. You're one of only 18 guys to ever pick off Peyton Manning twice in one game. You're one of only 6 guys to take one of those picks back for a touchdown. So that's rare company. But I want to can I quiz you? Is this a good time for this?
Let's quiz it.
I want to see if I can
test
your memory.
Are you ready?
You intercepted 11 quarterbacks in your career. How many of them can you name?
Phillip Rivers.
Yep.
Ben.
Yep.
Peyton.
Yep.
Eli. Johnny Manziel.
Who?
Johnny Manziel. A lot. There's a few people on that list.
Cam Newton.
Yep. Maybe my favorite Dre moment was on an interception that I'm thinking about. You were really tired.
In altitude?
Andy Dalton.
Andy Dalton. Remember the long run in Denver where you kind of...
Oh, yeah, we didn't talk about that.
Rock off. You don't like to talk about that one?
We didn't talk about that.
That's a long run.
Yeah, I don't really talk about that.
All right, your other ones here, Joe Flacco, obviously.
Okay, yeah, Flacco.
Josh Allen playing what his team's playing right now,
Yeah.
and Tyrod Taylor.
That's the one I was thinking about.
Oh, yeah.
That's what froze me up, Tyrod.
Okay.
Now, you've been away from the game for a couple of years. What's that process like of deciding when you want to walk away and move in, and you have so many other things that you're involved in business-wise and the other aspects of your life? When did you make that decision? How did that go for you? Was that a hard one to walk away?
No, not at all.
No?
At the end of the day, my body told me every time. When I got injured in San Francisco, I think it was against Arizona. I think it was week 12, I want to say. I think it was week 12 or week 11. I got injured, and I told my MCL, didn't really tear it all the way, but I tore it. And I would just remember just being down and just started thinking about my son, just started thinking about all the things that I was missing, that I was missing. And it just didn't have to drive no more. At the end of the day, people can say what they want about Cincinnati. I enjoyed my time here in Cincinnati. I enjoyed being here. I enjoyed the conversation. I enjoyed the city. It's not fun pretty much here when
the career ends. What's that next July like when training camp runs around again? Are you missing football? Are you missing being around the guys? Or are you like, thank God I don't have to go through that another training camp?
Man, it's hot. I'm thinking about Miami. I'm thinking about going to see my son. Hey, at the end of the day, I did right with my money. I was able to do right. I was able to be able to sit here and talk the way I am talking because I was able to do right. I was able to sacrifice not going out, not being able to do crazy things in the world with my money. So at the end of the day, man, I'm not thinking about football. At the end of the day, I'm trying to build. I got 50 acres that I bought in Huntsville, developing 300 townhomes. So my mindset is in business. So that's what I'm trying to be the next phase of my life, be a businessman.
Well, it's working. It's working. Let's hear it again for Dre Kirkpatrick for joining us. If you have a question, you have something you'd like to ask Dre while he's up here, you can flag Mark down. Raise the hand, and we can get, if you guys have any questions that you want to ask Dre. Dre, you're an open book.
Yeah.
I mean, you're not here to hide anything. So go ahead and ask whatever you got. Go for it.
What was your favorite moment?
Like I said, probably be the Denver game. Just because that's one of my idols. Peyton Manning, he's a great quarterback. Next to probably Tom Brady, I'll put him stacking on my list. So, man, at the end of the day, that was just a fiery moment that defined me as a Bengal.
I will never forget that night because, I mean, you had been on the precipice there. Like for a while, you said you weren't even a starter in that game. You had been on the edge of really breaking through it. And then to have that moment in the rain, in the biggest game of the season on Monday Night Football, and just the joy in your face during that, afterwards in the locker room, anytime we saw you, it just felt like, did that change your mentality towards that you really belong? I think you always thought you belonged, but did that moment change everything for you in terms of believing that you belong?
So that was a defining moment that night. After the game, it was raining, it was crazy muggy, like just disgusting game. I'm sitting in the locker room and I got both of my balls. Yeah, I got both of them in my hand. And Terrence Newman came up to me. And I don't know what made him come over and do it, but he was like, hey, this is your job now. This is you the starter. And it wasn't for me to give it to you, it was for you to earn it, and you earned it. Right? And that was like my breakdown moment. I've never had a breakdown moment after that, but that was my breakdown moment for that because those guys, they showed me tough love, but at the end of the day, they rose to the occasion. They all rallied around me when I really needed.
That was a tough room to crack. There were so many good players ahead of you.
Yeah.
I mean, you're right, Terrence, Leon, real pros that have been doing it and were solidified and still playing at a really high level. So they come in, and it was you and Quez, and there's a bunch of first-round picks. Eventually, William Jackson, Pac-Man. I mean, they had invested so much in free agents, in signing you, in draft picks, just to keep that corner room. I mean, that was the most competitive room maybe my entire time covering the team.
For sure.
That DB room.
For sure.
You had first-round picks who were fifth on the depth chart. Like, you just don't see that.
Yeah, I mean, it was when I first walked in, it was very intimidating. Just walking in the room, you like, okay, all these guys first round is 5 of them. I make the 6. And we all got the same mentality. Oh, I was first round, you first round, I was first round. That's all you hearing. So we all feel like everybody entitled to the same thing. And then I got to sit back. I'm the rookie, so I got to carry all their bags. I got to go get the Popeyes chicken every day. Like, I was just sick of it. Like, at the end of the day, it was very intimidating, but I rose to the occasion and it made me the player that I am today.
No question about it. Mark, what else we got going on up here?
Does anybody else have a question for Dre? Hand in the air. Oh, okay. I found it.
Is there ever a specific player or team that you always look forward to facing?
Teammate, I would say AJ Green. Yeah, I say AJ Green. We always battle. We always try to make each other better. But the opposing opponent would be Antonio Brown. I just didn't like him. I didn't like him. I don't like Pittsburgh. I can't stand Pittsburgh. I don't like nothing about them. So yeah, I say him.
That's great.
If you could take any current Bengal and put them on your team, who would you take from this year's team to play with?
I mean,
Joe Burrow.
yeah. You got to throw the softball up, pander to the crowd.
That's what we do.
It's amazing.
I thought that was a trick question.
You just say the name Joe Burrow and people just start clapping. Joe Burrow. That's all it takes. That's all it takes. It's amazing. What else you got? I see something way back in the corner, and we'll make sure we get some giveaways. Anybody that asks a question, we're just going to give you something for doing so. So just know that we've got plenty of stuff.
For the season particularly, but at the same time, I am very curious. Andre Yosifas versus Jermaine Burton. I'm very curious whether Andre Yosifas truly has the advantage as the receiver, route-wise versus Jermaine Burton or not, for the inside, outside for Tyler? Do we evolve that from inside, outside? Is that still Tyler's inside slot, his position that somebody needs to take over? How does that change between past year and this year?
All right. Have you watched any of have you been down to practice or anything like that? You seen any of these guys?
I'm watching tonight.
You know Jermaine Burton.
I know Jermaine.
I mean, you watched Jermaine. What was your impression of Jermaine Burton watching Alabama games the last couple of years?
He's very
Georgia before that.
listen, he's very physical.
Yeah.
He's very physical. But at the end of the day, man, this the NFL. This ain't college. This ain't guys just running around, free releases, not getting their hand touched. And at the end of the day, TV, man, he's a technician. He's been doing this a long time. He was a professional. He's a pro. He was a part of our area. So he understands the defense. He understands concepts. He understands route running. So at the end of the day, those are big shoes to fill. But I think with Joe, the way he's been performing this summer, so I think they're gonna be all right because he's been finding those holes.
Personally, just to answer your question specifically about Yoshibaj versus Burton, I think they've kind of shifted Burton back out to the outside for now because it's where he's more comfortable. Just let him learn one thing. And Yoshibaj has really shown well in kind of a little bit that they've given him inside in the slot. So I think they're going to give him every opportunity. But the thing is, when Jamar comes back, you can speak to this as a corner. When you have a receiver, you don't know where the hell he's going to be every snap. It is dangerous, especially I think you're going to see a lot more of them moving Jamar into the slot this year out of motions and things like that to keep other teams and keep, the top corners like Dre from ending up right across from them. And you can take advantage of different guys or whoever they have that's maybe their third weapon and get matchups that way. So I think you're not going to have a slot receiver this year. I think you're going to have a lot of guys, and Jamar will be that guy.
All right, we got another quick one here.
What a basic question to ask. My cousin played football in the Kimberly, and he broke his leg. He's been down in the dumps, and I didn't know what a basic question after him. It was a good fight like that, so get back on feet.
At the end of the day, he needs support. He needs his friends. He needs his family. He needs you guys speaking positivity into his life. He needs you guys uplifting him. He just needs the support. I can't. At the end of the day, he's already mentally probably in the down because he can't perform right now. But it's up to you guys to remind him who he is.
That's great advice. What was a low moment for you, whether it was in college or in the league? What pulled you out? Was there somebody that pulled you out?
I don't think I ever had this moment where all the focus was on me. But I think it was a time where I wanted to play ball. I wanted to play football. Like I wanted to be the starter. And I was, I had been, I was pulling you to the side, having a real conversation with you about wanting to play and wanting to start. And I think that was the most difficult time for me. But I had my girlfriend at the time. I had her, and she definitely came into my life. And when I really needed her to kind of get me out, but hey, at the end of the day, that was what I needed. I needed some more support.
I kept waiting to hear a story that Dre charged into Marvin's office last night, demanding the play. It felt like it was on the brink of that for a little while. You never did. You played it right. You waited your turn. That's the key. What else we got out there, Mark?
We got another one over here.
Good question for you. Who's better? AJ Green or Prime Jamar Chase?
Prime AJ Green or Prime Jamar Chase? Who do you think is the better receiver?
I mean, they got two different quarterbacks. But if you ask me, I say AJ Green just for the simple fact his body, his caliber, the body of work, the type of coverage that he went against at that time, and you put him in this throwing era, it'll be over. It'll be different.
I don't know that we've seen Prime Jamar Chase yet.
Yeah.
Great point. I'm with you on that. I think he's set up to have his career year still. He broke AJ's record as a rookie. He had to get that extra game in and the extra throw to do it, but he did. And now you look at the way they want to use him more. I think his career year could still be in front of him. But I will say this: nothing was more honorable to just get to watch AJ Green play. Like, he's just so different in the way he moved, so graceful. Like, he made every play, every game he would do something. You'd be like, I can't even believe I just saw him do that. And you got to practice against him.
Yeah.
I can't imagine how many times you thought that watching him catch a ball on you or somebody else.
I mean, that's AJ Green. But
Yep, absolutely top of the line. Is there anything else? I see a wave. I see a wave out here. We got one more question.
Well, that was to be for the later Q&A.
Later Q&A?
My question, right?
All right, we'll get to that. We're gonna take questions here in a minute. Let's say Dre has given us so much of his time, and he killed it. And it was so great to have you back here, Dre. Let's hear it again for Dre Kirkpatrick for joining us up here. Thank you very much. You are the man. You enjoy it. Spread the word about memories. Yeah, you mind signing this before we take off? Yeah, man.
Who do we have before we take general game questions? Which we will start with questions just a second.
Yeah.
Who wanted to do a toss for the grand prize? Let's see those hands. All right. Let's get you three down here, and you three will be the next one. So you three come over here. We'll get a few of these tosses going.
All right.
No problem.
And if you guys have questions for us, you can still flag down Mark and give them to us, and we'll knock out as many as we can here in the next 10 minutes while all this is going on. It's chaos time, so you guys you can run up on me if you want to. If you have questions, just come on, let us know.
And so we'll get back to our first few topics.
We got toss time happening here.
Who do we have first? I can't even read that.
It's all yours.
Okay. We got experts going first. Show of hands, education. Who gets experts get a sickness? Now, before you vote, just know that I made my first shot flawlessly. First talk was a gem. That's all right. Yes, we were right to you. Yeah, go ahead. Fire when ready. I missed it. You get two throws in because I just missed the first one. Any of you guys who got it, you were wrong. But he still gets something from our prize table here. Yes, the loser prize table. Full of
all right.
prizes.
Let's see what we got here. How we doing? Have we had any success yet? Or is everyone going directly to the loser table?
We have one guy, and he's now at the loser table. He's got a Grader's hat.
You're not really a loser. You're a winner. You got a beautiful Grader's hat.
Let's go. Let's see what you got, Ronnie.
You know what? You can have a Mark Shalafu koozie as well. I think you deserve it. I think you deserve it.
Didn't even hit the
Said,
board.
this is just water. No, still folks. To the loser table for you, sir. Excellent attempt, though. All right, here we go. We got some more.
Third one. Let's see what we got. Can we get someone that sinks it?
Somebody has to make one. This is embarrassing at this point. Here we go.
It's not.
Hey! We've got a winner. To the real stuff. Here we go. Both of these. How about that? And you're in for the grand raffle. That's $25 Nation. And was that the 10 or the 20? I don't know. We got some free bucks on that.
Before I collect our next group, who has a question for Paul and Jay about this season?
If you have any questions for this season, hit us up. I see some hands up here.
Maybe you have a question about the offensive line.
Or you can just ask Jay about this year's concert season as well is also in play. Any questions about Five Finger Death Punch or any of them? What do we got?
All right, so the Bengals win the Super Bowl is plus 1,400. The Bengals win the Super Bowl and Joe Burrow wins MVP is plus 4,000.
Yep.
If you had to pick one of those two, which would you pick?
Well, that's the question. That is perfect.
Well, it is.
Somebody read the room.
I mean, I think the value play. I'm always a value play guy. Maybe it's why I don't win as much as I'd like. But I think combining the two, if they're that good, there's a really good chance he's winning the MVP. His story, the arc, who he is, the types of attention that he would be getting, on top of the fact that, you know, if they win, everyone's going to give him the credit. I love plus 4,000. If you could put that down, why settle at 14? Why settle at plus 1,400? Go all the way. I love that.
What are the odds if he wins MVP, they win the Super Bowl, and he wins NFL Comeback Player of the Year?
Ooh, you don't want to mess with that. Don't mess with the Comeback Player of the Year award after the DeMar Hamlin incident. I don't want to. I'm never touching the Comeback Year award again. Not doing it. What else we got, Mark? Anybody else out here? We got another question, but I see some up top. If
Yeah,
anybody
we're
wants-
running back to the top for our next question, but well, we got 3 more tosses before we get
More
there.
tosses. Go ahead and just throw. I'll keep an eye on you.
So which of the borderline receivers aside from Kendrick Pryor do you think can make the biggest impact? Someone like Cole Burgess or Jermaine Burton possibly getting a little bit of a look. Johnny Laster, anything like that.
Are you a daily fantasy player in the preseason? Is that why you're asking this
Preseason
question?
daily
We get
fantasy
these
is
questions on Twitter all the time. And it's so hard to tell because you don't know. They go in with a plan. You don't know who's going to play as much as the other guys, who's going to get the targets. I think Hakeem Butler is a real sleeper to get a lot of targets. Because you're going to see the threes play a lot tonight. And he's a guy that just got here. I think you're going to see him out there a lot in the second half. He's trying to make the league. He had a great year in the the XFL, the UFL. So I think he'd be a good bet to put up some numbers tonight.
That does not count. I think we can give a little bit better prize for being halfway in. I think we give that, but another nice throw. Yeah, I'm with you. I think I'm curious to see how much Burton plays tonight. There's a chance that they're going to try to take some shots deep to him and give him some run in some one-on-one situations just to see what he does. I mean, he's a guy that needs experience, so you got to think he's going to play more than your normal group would. I think a lot of those rookies are going to play a lot of snaps. There's another one. Ocho Cinco right in. Love it. Great shot. Here's a nation. Here's a $25 to the nation right now. Absolutely. Thank you. Tell your friends we just give stuff to them. That's all we've got here. So we got a few people that have made it. They can be entered into the grand raffle. They can even get Tyler's touchdown crunch at this point. I mean,
Can you guys take another question?
yeah, let's do it. What do we got?
Who do you think is going to be one of the most standout players of the year who you wouldn't expect, who nobody's really talking about right now?
I would probably. I want to go back to Josiah. I look to the other side and go out for Cody. I don't know if Cody's talking about him, but there's Sam's getting older, Trey's getting older. I think Miles is going to get a lot more snaps this year. Even if Bruce got stale, he's going to be in the rotation for. He really came on last year. He's a first-round pick for a reason. I think he's in for a pretty good year. Paul's been paying that job too. I probably did. But that's okay. I'm sure he's got another one too.
Yeah, no, I mean, I am out there.
Yeah.
I've put myself out there, and he hasn't won enough against Amari Smith, considering how out there I am on him. Wouldn't mind seeing a little bit more there. That's okay. No, for me, I think Chase Brown has a chance to be this year's Kyron Williams. For people that kind of follow what happened with the Rams last year, he was a 5th-round pick the year before. Once they really started giving it run, he just took off. He had a massive year with the Rams. I think Chase Brown could match with this team in a way that we saw that happen. I still think you're looking at a split early in the season, but they're not going to be afraid to run the hot hand if that happens. And I just think the way they could use him in the pass game, the explosiveness you saw out of him last year, Chase Brown could absolutely be a guy that really takes off this year. What else we got, Mark? I see you up top. What else we got? I hear the Chiefs.
I got one. You think if they get the Jamar deal done this offseason, and they're going to wait till opening night to announce what they did with the Burrow contract last year?
Yeah, I mean, to me, I keep going back to saying that Jamar Chase. Nearly all of their major deals have gone down to the wire last second. That's just been consistent. Dre just out here talked about AJ Green. I always go back to that. The very end, same situation. The last time they had an elite receiver, they were willing to pay the top of the league. It was before they got us to go to open, for the open. But they finally got the deal done. That was the first figure option. The vast majority of these deals, except for the crew that to get ahead of the Justin Jefferson tax, have all happened before the 5th-year option season, not before the 4th season. The Bengals are going to use that to their advantage. They have all the leverage, and they're not going to be afraid to take it. When Mike Brown said that die has been cast, and everybody kind of laughed at that, but I mean, that's his way of saying, we don't need to do this right now. And we will, I guess, but if you come back to us. So to me, it would be a last second thing that Jamar said it's worth it, the last second for him to compromise. But otherwise, I think it's a thing that they get done at some point this time next year is my best guess. You never know. These things change and you just never know. But I think when you look at the history and what we know about it, it feels destined to be this time next year.
Yeah, they don't have to do it right now, and they're not risking anything. No one's going to have a year this year and they're going to jump over Justin Jefferson in salary. And then you talk about Chase having the leapfrog back. Justin Jefferson's going to have to ease the bar for a long time. And there's no reason for them to jump in and do this right now. And I've got a question for you, Paul.
Yeah.
Do you think the delay in the Evan McPherson extension is about optics? And they don't want to hear the grousing that, oh, you want to extend Jamar, but you'll extend the kicker.
No, I think they're just doing what they do, where they just haggle over every last detail. And it's like you're either going to take their lower offer or be willing to wait it out and play the game of chicken. That's why the deals that have gotten done early traditionally have been guys that took a little less. Logan, Tyler Boyd, Ted, Trey Hendrickson's deal was like, yeah, we'll throw a year and $5 million extra or whatever, and just took it. And I think they're doing that to Evan right now. And it's ridiculous, but because these deals are very much templated. But I think that probably gets done at some point. And Evan, it's a little easier when you're a kicker. You're not as worried about injury and things. But to me, I don't think it's an optics deal. Did everybody get graders that wanted graders? I'm sure we have tons of that. So if people want graders, there's plenty to go around. And if you want some, come and get it. Make sure you get your $3 Cincy lights that they got up there going. And if you want the nacho trays, now is the time to get them before we wrap up here.
We're also still looking for a couple more people if they're willing to take a shot at the grand prize. Right now, it's a two-man race.
Two-man race for the grand prize. We have so much crap to give away. That includes the Dre helmet, all of these BetMGM online bets. We've got all the hats and bags and the touchdown crunch, everything you can possibly want. It's all part of the grand prize. You can get one in, you can be winning the grand prize of all of this crap. And this is good. We still have more gift cards, $25 here to Nation, all of that stuff to give away. So let's wrap it up. Let's go quick fire if these guys want to throw. If you guys want to throw, just come on over here. And come on over here and throw, and we'll get your name down.
We've been doing, I think everyone got two from around you.
Sure, let's go. Come on up and get two if you want to throw. We'll get you up here.
Wait, where's my ice cream people? All right.
If you want to throw, come on up here. There's bags down here. You can grab those. Feel free to grab those. Come on down here and take some shots. All right. Let's go. Let's get a run here. A lot of pressure. A lot of pressure to be good here. Grand prize on the line. No. Here we go. No. Go to the loser table. It's right there. Enjoy your loser stuff. Okay. Andrew Billings jersey. Oh, yeah. Pancake signed. What's your neighbor? Love it. I love a true connection. Andrew Billings jersey in the house. Love to see it. We got a second one. No, loser table right there. You'll notice that it has the orange hat.
I'm David Allen from the 69 department.
What is going on? David Allen, legend around the Growler parts. Love that. All right, more coming. No Bengals gear. I mean, did you just? Yeah. Oh, okay, we are. Yeah, we've got a winner. Oh, the double. I don't know. Let's go. There it is. There you go. Start with that. And you make sure you get your name down for the grand prize. Mark's right here. Yeah, there we go. You made two. All right, here we go. Keep it coming. No. Loser table awaits. Oh, that's okay. Don't take the ketchup. It might seem like something you could take. All right, we got more Hoosh in the house. Love to see that. See the TJ jersey. All right, here we go. Joe Burrow, known for accuracy.
That was closer than it looked. If you can't see it, that was very close.
Very close. Oh, look, the table awaits. We appreciate your effort, though. We've got
the
more.
game on the screen. That works.
Absolutely.
Who's that? Oh, now we got
All right,
Bush is going next.
TJ Hushmanzada, thank you for joining us. No, a miss. A miss. We need something.
Oh,
A miss. Loser table. All right, a couple more, and we're going to wrap it. Last chance. Last call. Last call. Here we go. Couple more. No.
Too high.
Too hot. Didn't even hit the board. I was going to give you something, and then it was kind of embarrassing. Couple throws, and I decided not to.
There's still sunglasses.
Oh! That was close enough. Oh!
You can tell me it's coming for
Take
it.
a few of those. And you're in for the grand prize. All right, the last shot to get everybody in for the grand prize. And we will pick our winner. Boom! Another one. Mark it down. Smattering. No one cared about your effort. I did. I thought it was great. I thought you did
Very
great.
impressed.
Here you go. All right, Burrow. No. Burrow, looking like Cleveland last year.
Tennessee.
Cleveland and Tennessee Burrow is what that was. You don't want that. Okay. You need to be San Francisco Burrow. All right, here we go. No. All right. Last one. Last one. Last one.
And then this guy will be the last.
All right, this is the end of the line here.
Two more.
Then we'll get to the grand raffle.
This has been very dramatically.
It's in a lot. Yeah, thank you guys for coming out here tonight. We appreciate it. Hope you guys got what you wanted. Get your drinks, get your nacho trays, get your. There we go. Bam. Here we go. Have at it. There we go. We've got the Dre helmet, the touchdown crunch, and the goodies from over there. The Graders bag. Still out. All right. Okay. Let's give away the grand prize, huh? What are our names that we got?
We've got 7. So we need to get it.
7 names.
7.
Random
I don't know
raffle.
how you want to do it.
You want me to do
Random number generator 1 through 7. We love the random number generator around here. So we have them all numbered, and you have them here. Are they in some kind of sequential order that we can judge that by?
Starting 1, 2, 3, 4, 6. Or maybe there's only 6.
6. All right, we got 6.
We got 6.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, 1 through 6. Here we go. Random number generator.
3.
Number 3. So that would be William.
Where's
William is William still here? Got to be present to win. Is William still here? Is William here?
He's in the car. He's in the bathroom.
There he comes.
He's in the bathroom.
Okay, he's not find him when he's in there.
From the. Oh wow, the Vikings fan. This feels wrong.
You know,
It's all right. You win it. We are equal opportunity. All right, let's hear it for William. All right. Here's the Dre helmet.
Williams won this lovely BetMGM towel. This BetMGM
Cooler. Cooler.
this is the one. We had Dre Kirkpatrick helmet, the Tyler's touchdown crunch, the very exclusive Mark Shalford stand-up comedy album.
That's right. And a $25 bet on the Cincinnati Bengals to do something.
yeah. So you got to also, you get all this.
Oh,
You get all of this.
That's
You
how
didn't bring the garbage bags
And the flip card.
and the flip card. Don't forget that. Absolutely.
Where's the flip card?
And do you choose the Bengals? Do you want your $25 bet to be on the Bengals to win the Super Bowl?
But before you go on the record with that, I just wanted to say, for everybody that came out, we were very appreciative. We have our next live show is August 22nd, right?
Yeah, the Thursday night game.
So we'll have another grand prize to give away that night. So if you didn't win it today, you can go practice your cornhole skills and take another stab at it before that next preseason game.
And also, we will be doing a kickoff show to kick off the season the Thursday night of the opener, which is Chiefs Ravens. Me, Jay, Mark, all the beat writers will be down here. We've done this show a ton in the past. It's a ton of fun. We'll be doing a full season preview leading right up to the kickoff of Chiefs Ravens. We'll have all the deals and the grand prize and the games going on there as well. So note that those are our next couple of dates on the schedule.
So, William, you've got to choose now for your Bengals future bet. If you want to take them to win tonight, that's probably the easiest way to get to money. Or you can take them to win the division. Or you can take them to win the Super Bowl if they're not a coward. How are you going to put it?
Let's go. Something the Vikings have never done. We'll go Super Bowl, baby.
Super Bowl. Vikings fan go Super Bowl. Don't go too far. We will get you your $25 Bengals win the Super Bowl bet here as soon as we wrap. Thanks, everybody, for coming out here tonight. Hopefully, we'll see you on the Thursday game against the Colts. And we'll be back here. So thanks, everybody, for coming. Have a good one, everybody.
Yeah, that's the game when he threw for 525.
No,